Doesn't matter how you win. It ain't going to be pretty all the time, especially when you go on the road, SEC game. Coach Beamer, a well-coached team. We knew they were going to fight. Tough environment here, and just proud of the way the guys hung in there for 4 quarters. And so, again, it wasn't pretty. A lot of stuff that, were missed opportunities or breaks that didn't go our way. The ball. We always got to make sure we're doing a good job with the punt that bounced off of us and gave them good field position. But defense did a nice job holding them to field goals early, and had their backs to the wall with a few different possessions with a shorter field, but came through in the end and got that turnover, and guys finding a way to get in the end zone. So just, again, I don't know if it's something that we could have done maybe right at the beginning of the season as far as finding a way to win this thing, but our guys got fight, and they certainly believe that sooner or later they're going to make a play, either themselves or the other side of the ball. And so, again, a great win for us. Much needed bye. It's been an intense 5 weeks, but I think it even goes back before that. When we had our backs to the wall, even during the bye week, and Wisconsin, and even just the mindset that we had to continue to have going into Monroe. So proud of the guys, and we'll take the momentum, and we'll have some great practices. I know that, and looking forward to the next one in 2 weeks.
Thanks, Coach. To start, we got 2 questions right in the front. Charlie first, and Nick.
Coach, just can you walk us through that 2-point conversion to tie the game? Just what was called there and what you see?
Well, I can't tell you what it's called.
Sorry.
I mean, it's just one of those plays we practice all the time. We've had it in for, again, it's one of those we've had in for years. We've run it a time or two here and there over the last 5-6 years, and so just guys practice it, and you practice it every Thursday, every Friday. You're talking through it for those moments, and you just offset quarterback, running back, end up handing it to Ty, getting it in his hands, and then really there's run pass option with different guys that you can find, but guys did a great job executing a critical moment.
Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, obviously this is a type of game on the road that you guys have struggled at times. You guys haven't found ways to win. What do you think was the difference in this game in finding those ways to win late?
I just think the investment of time that we put in, talking about the big plays, and a mindset that you just got to keep swinging. You got to line up defensively and play another play. You got to forget about the last one. They scored on the possession before, and it was a shorter field. But going back out there, and the next play is a whole different set of circumstances. And again, the critical moments, and practicing the 2-minute drills, and practicing the 3rd down plays and the 4th down ones. They aren't always going to work, but you play with confidence. When you play with confidence, you're giving yourself a chance.
Let's go on the left here, Colin.
Hey, Galen, heading into that final drive down game, what do you see in terms of the poise? I guess, I don't know, the calmness that Ty was able to execute on that play.
Yeah, that was impressive. I think all around, from the guys and the coaches, the coaching staff, just really being patient, and taking it one play at a time, knowing that when you got to get the 2-point conversion, but just trusting and believing that our guys will execute, and they did. Just stacked plays, and everyone did their job. We didn't have any penalties that hurt us. We didn't have those negative plays that hurt us, and so again, just everyone locking in, doing your job, and trusting your buddies.
Alex on the left.
2 things. One, did you notice the fans inching down to storm the field? Did you say anything?
I didn't notice. Yeah, I didn't notice.
Well, that's the answer to that. With Deontay Lawson, just what can you say about him making that play? Obviously, a guy who's been through a lot of stuff.
Man, I'm so proud of that guy, and he's getting better too. He's I don't even know what the number of months out from last year, but he's getting better. In practice, you can see it, and there's just things that he's working so hard to get his body right, and it's awesome to see him come through. And just the leadership piece, it's so important to have him out there. I thought, from a leadership standpoint, our TK raised his game, not just on the field, but off the field. Those guys are the ones that understand what this fight is all about. And, we got a lot of new faces still. 30-some guys probably that were new this year, 35 probably that came in last year. And so, there's a lot of roster turnover. And so understanding the circumstances and what you're coming into, you got to really rely on those guys that have been through it. And those are two workhorses that I'm super proud of. Glad we got this moment for them.
Let's go to Katie right in the middle.
You talk a lot about learning from past experiences. Just what do you think this team has learned from that first game this year, maybe some of those unranked early losses last year too?
Yeah, well, I think the experiences we've had since then, where we have come through and found a way and understand getting points at the end of a first half, and we didn't separate ourselves the way I'd like. In fact, we fell behind, but we've knowing that we've scored a lot of points over the course of the year, and all you need is one touchdown drive. Now, again, that's easier said than done against a really good defense, but again, it's the resiliency piece. It's leave it all on the football field and have no regrets, and that's the way I want our guys living and I want our guys playing.
Two questions on the far left, Chase and then Mike. Go ahead, Chase.
Coach, can you just speak to the level of trust that you've got in Jeremy Bernard to, in a game-winning situation like that, take the ball out of Ty's hands and go with a direct snap to a wide receiver like that?
Yeah. I mean, we got all the trust in the world. You've seen us every week have different things that we do where he's lined up in a wildcat and getting him out of the backfield, throwing him the ball, double pass opportunities. And so guys, who are disciplined, guys who the game slows down for them, you give them the opportunities as much as possible in critical moments to go make plays for you.
All right, let's go to Mike. Go
Just
ahead.
on that same topic of the trick plays, just how deep does that catalog go, and how often are you adding new plays to that?
Which one, the last one or the touchdown? Or?
Trick plays with the right snap.
Yeah. I mean, and it keeps building because our staff is crazy sometimes. They just every week are adding to it. And what I like to see is us work on plays, and a lot of times they don't get called that week, but you start banking reps of each concept or each play, and as you become more and more comfortable, the right opportunity pops up. It's on the call sheet, and you let it fly. And so again, I want our guys, not flinching. When those type of things come up, like let's just go do what we do. And again, you put it in the guys' hands that you trust, and you put the pressure on the other team by doing that.
Let's go to Hunter right in the middle.
Yeah, you said a couple times already about the critical moments, and you mentioned on Monday as well. Just how would you assess the critical moments throughout this game?
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to convert every fourth down, and I know the one that we didn't get, just missed the throw to Ryan, ended up really costing us. So they came back with a shorter field and hit the touchdown. But I tell our defense that the confidence I have in them shows up when I do go for it. Yeah, I have confidence in our offense to get the first down, but I have confidence that our defense won't melt mentally, physically, go out there and do their job. And so it's team football, and that's, again, those critical moments. We probably are crazy aggressive in practice, in fall camp and spring ball, just so when those fourth down plays come, yeah, you understand there's a little more at stake, but you're not just collapsing under the pressure. And let's go out there and, again, put the pressure on them.
All right, we got two more questions. Start Joe in the front row, then Joe in the second row. Go ahead.
Coach, just starting the first with Deshaun Jones and his interception, what did you see out of him 2 weeks in a row? You've had back-to-back pick sixes, and then when the offense is not really doing so well, what are the messages to the defense to keep going out there and keep giving them chances?
Yeah, every week it's going to be different matchups, right? We knew that there was things that we could do defensively in attacking, things that they'd be vulnerable with, but also opportunities with Sellers with the ball in his hands. And we saw what Harbor can do getting down the field. You're not going to keep up with him more times than not. And so we understood that there was matchups defensively and even matchups within the defensive side. And then offensively, we knew that Stewart was going to be really tough along with the rest of the pass rush. And so again, you just challenge the defense, and I think we're to the point now where the relationships are so tight. We're in this together. We're in the fight together, but there's also times where you just got to ask more out of them, and they realize the occasion, and they want it, and so they're going to give you everything they got.
All right, go ahead, Joe. Last question.
Yeah, Caleb, why is it good to win ugly games, less than perfect games sometimes? Why is that important? Is there something different in the game than a big win against tough competition?
Yeah, it's not good when you're in the moment, but it's certainly a good feeling right now because you're going to take the experiences and how you did it, and that's going to add to the belief you have. And you just got to be mindful that it didn't happen on its own. You had to go make it happen. You had to strain. You had to get your cleats in the dirt and really lock in, you know. And again, everyone's got to do their job. And so these moments stack on top of themselves, and you know, more times than not, they've been positive, and that's what we got to ride. And it, you know, I'm excited about what it's going to look like practicing, because you know, there's just, again, probably as much juice as I've seen in the locker room right now. You know, over the course of the last 5 weeks, I think, you know, we kicked off the road game at Georgia. That was a big one against in the SEC, and I think just we've understood what this sequence of games was going to be like, and just knew that, you know, like I said earlier in the week, we're in the stretch. You know, we're not through the stretch, we're right in it. And so again, we'll be back in it real soon, but again, happy that we got a little bye week to get some guys rested and be back.
All right, thank you, Coach.
You bet. Thanks.
We will have players coming in here shortly. Players will be Ty, Jeremy Bernard, Ray, Deontay, and Tim Keenan.